guys, how's it going? How the devil art thou? Hopefully you're keeping well. Now, before I get into the main topic of this video, I just want to say a quick thank you to all of you who are subscribed to my channel. And the reason for that is because about a month ago, I did a little video where I said I'm not going to be uploading any new videos for a little while. I'm not sure how long because I got to go into hospital and have a procedure done. That procedure is over. I have had a massive cyst removed from my face, and as you can tell by the scar on my face, it all went swimmingly. It went very well, and obviously I needed to take some time off so that I could recover from the procedure or surgery, however you want to look at it. And unfortunately, even though the recovery time was actually quite short, and I thought I would be getting back to my channel rather quickly, unfortunately, a week after the procedure was done, my brother-in-law passed away. It was a very sudden death. He was quite young, and it hit my family hard. So I ended up taking a lot more time off than I anticipated. But during that time, I got so many messages from you guys wishing me well. And that was just lovely and wonderful. I cannot thank you guys enough for those messages. They really mean a hell of a lot to me. And on top of that, you stuck around. You didn't unsubscribe from my channel. So thank you once again for that. But not only that, like I said, so many of you are new subscribers to my channel. And you found my channel, you watched some of my content, and even though I haven't uploaded anything for the past month, a shitload of you went, well, I'm subscribing anyway. Thank you so much. If you're one of those people, you are officially awesome no matter what anyone else tells you. So with that out of the way, let's get into the main topic of this video, which, as you will have seen by the title, is a little something called setup and reveal. Now, this is loosely connected to a video that I did about a topic called buts and therefores. I'm going to leave a link in the description box down below just in case you haven't seen that video. It's up to you whether you watch that video, and you don't have to watch it before this one. Watch it if you want to, whenever you like, really. I do recommend that you do watch it. Now, as a quick recap, buts and therefores refers to the rhythm of a story. A story is very much like a piece of music. I mean, music is often used to tell stories anyway, and music has a particular rhythm to it. Well, it's the same with story as well. There is a rhythm, and if you describe your story and its rhythm by saying this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, it's fucking boring. It really is boring. If that's the only way you can describe your story, you're screwed. You need to look at the story again. You need to develop it just that little bit stronger, because the rhythm should be something along the lines of this happens, therefore this happens, but then this happens, therefore this happens. And you can mix it up a bit. You can do something, say like, this happens, but then this happens, therefore this happens, but then this happens, but then this happens, but then this happens, therefore this happens. There's a multiple amount of combinations, but don't use and then to connect the beats. Use either but or therefore. Now, with that out of the way, setup and reveal is something that's connected to the rhythm of stories, and it doesn't matter what medium you write for, whether it be novels, TV shows, movies, comics, and graphic novels, you need to learn about setup and reveal. Setup and reveal is very important, but it is doubly important for comic books and graphic novels. It is more important for comic books and graphic novels than any other medium, because comic books can do things that novels and TV shows and movies and animation cannot do. Now, in order to explain how to best utilize setup and reveal and the kind of no-no when it comes to setup and reveal, I've made this. This is a mock comic book. I know it doesn't look much like a comic book, but it is a mock comic book. And this comic book is 8 pages long because I didn't want to do anything too long to explain this to you. It's kind of unnecessary. So this is an 8-page comic book. And believe it or not, I actually got this idea, should I say stole this idea, from Neil Gaiman. So if you're a Neil Gaiman fan, you might want to listen up. Like I said, mock comic book, 8 pages, there's a front cover, so when I open the front cover, I've numbered the 8 pages up in the corner, but as you may or may not be able to see, I've written a little something at the top of this page and a little something at the bottom. We're not going to worry about what's at the bottom. We're just going to worry about what's at the top of the pages. And I've done that on every single page where there will be story, where there will be sequential art. Now, on the odd numbered pages, it says setup. On the even numbered pages, it says reveal. So the flow of the book will be setup, reveal, setup, reveal, setup, reveal. Now, have you noticed, and I'm sure you have, so please forgive me if I sound a little patronizing, I don't mean to, all the setups seem to land on the right hand side, and all the reveals are on the left hand side page. Okay, that's important. The reason why it's done like this is because of a big no-no. Here's a mistake. I'm going to show you a mistake that amateurs do, that hobbyists do, and even professional comic book writers and artists do. They'll put a reveal on this page instead of this page. They'll put it on the right hand side instead of the left hand side. Why is that a big no-no? Why should it follow this rhythm of setup on your right hand side and reveal on your left hand side? Well, I'm going to show you really quickly. So pretend that I'm a comic book reader, which is kind of weird to say because I am a comic book reader, and I've just gone into a store and I have picked this up off the shelf because I've seen the cover and gone, oh yeah, that looks fucking great. I want to dive into this bad boy. So I've looked at the cover, I've opened up the book. Now, I might read what's here on the interior front cover, I might not, that's not important. We're just focusing on story. And I'm reading page 1 and I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. I want to turn the page, I want to find out more. So I get to the end of page 1 and I turn the page and continue reading. Now, did you notice what I did there? When I turned the page, my eyes followed the page as it turns. But even though it did that, out of my peripheral vision, I can see what's happening right here. If you put a reveal here in your story, a reveal to a certain twist or turn or plot point, and you put the reveal here, remember the reveal is meant to be a surprise. If you put it here, then when I finish reading page 1 and I turn the page, even though I'm looking at page 2, I would have seen the reveal before I've read a word or seen a panel of page 2. The story's ruined, the flow's ruined, it's spoiled. And as a comic book reader, that means I'm more likely to close the book, put it down, not fucking buy it, not continue reading it, won't get the next issue, and I'll walk away and spend my money elsewhere. That's why it's important that your setups should always be done on the right hand side, and any reveals in your story should be on the left hand side, because then that way when I'm reading page 1 and I turn the page, I go, whoa, shit, didn't see that coming, finish reading it, page 2, then I read page 3, and then I turn it and go, what, shit, now this has happened, fuck, this is a great story, this is a great comic book, I need to make a note of who wrote this book, because next time I see a book with their name on it somewhere on the cover, I am going to happily lay down some money for that book. So that's why setup and reveal is very important. And like I said, just to quickly recap, put all of your setup on odd numbered pages. Put all of your reveals on even numbered pages. Make yourself one of these. You can make the page count as long as you like, as long as the page count is a multiple of 4. So you can do 4-page stories, 8-page stories, 12-page, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and just keep going up like that. It's such a simple thing to make, and it's such a simple thing to overlook. It's really handy, but it also has a bonus to it. You can write your notes in, you can decide what pages certain beats of your story should land, so you can just quickly scribble it down, but also you can look at it, get yourself a pen. I'm sure look, I have one here, and it doesn't matter whether you're a great artist or not. You can even think, well, hold on, if this beat of the story is happening here, how many panels would be best to tell that beat of the story? Okay, now how would I want those panels laid out? And you can just draw little stick men to kind of show the different types of shots you want, and then that's great reference for when you are writing the script for your book that you're going to send on to an artist. And this is the thing, even if you're a great artist, you can still do that, but don't put your all into it. Just spend 30 seconds on each panel, because guess what? It's not the finished product. No one's going to see it. It's a visual aid, a visual note. Grant Morrison often does this when he's writing comic books. If you've ever seen a documentary about Grant Morrison called Talking to Gods with Grant Morrison, brilliant. You actually see some of the books that he does this with. Like, I think there was a Flash story or a Justice League story, and he showed that in a sketchbook, he figured out the visuals of the story, the sequential art himself, and he drew it in such great detail. He's a really good artist. And then he translated what he had drawn on each page into a script that he then sent to his artist, who then translated the script into the pages that he drew, but just that little bit better. So trust me, something like this can be a very handy tool. It will remind you to think visually. It will let you know what pages you should have your setup and reveal on, and you can do so. I highly recommend that every time you're writing a new story or a new book, at least consider putting one of these together. Like I said, it just takes a little bit of time. It can be such a handy and helpful tool. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I am going to be back soon with another video. I've got quite a few videos that I want to make as soon as possible. So until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and most importantly, stay awesome.